Adjust my camera. What's good, y'all? So listen, it is still Tuesday. Child, it is going on about 1 in the morning, honey. I was on Scotty's live, then me and L Teddy had a live. To all of my band heads, make sure to go over to L Teddy 27 Official. Me and him had a good little, we're starting off with our marching band reviews that we're doing together. For those of y'all that don't know, he's a Marching 100 alum. Dear God. And I am a Spartan Legion alum. And just recently, the two arrangers from both of our schools went on Meet Me on the 50, and they did a really great virtual battle between one another about the different music that they were able to compose for both of these schools. And me and him thought it would be a good idea to basically start it off with our two schools that we went to, that we played for, that we lived for. And now that that's done, we're going to be doing other schools from the MEAC, the SWAC, the Big Ten, and you know, the SEAC, and all the rest of y'all. So all my band heads, make sure y'all go check it out. Also, me, Scotty, Jamal, Kevin from the Scorpions Show, and Messy Miles, baby, we did a nasty piece of drinks, keys, teas, and giggles, and all that good shit, y'all. Go on over down there to Scotty's page, Mr. Still Stand, to go up there and check it out. We had a gay old time, baby. Talking everything from reality TV shows to gay issues to politics. Like, it was an amazing time. I had a lot of fun. And y'all are going to have a lot of fun too, so make sure y'all go check it out. Now, the real reason why we here is for If Loving You Was Wrong. This is season 5, and we down to episode 11, girl. We down, almost down to the wire. I think it said next week is the series finale. I need a hero. I need a hero. When you look into your heart, you don't have to be afraid of what you are. Shout out to Mariah Carey. So the episode starts off where it left off at last week, and that's Eddie had Larry pinned between the cars and was asking about Mika, and Larry lying ass say he don't know where she at. His wife comes out being really concerned about everything that was going on, and then, you know, Eddie pushes her down to the ground and tell her to get the hell out of here. And then she rebutted with Uzi's, baby. She came back and rat-a-tat-tat all over that goddamn car, and it made Eddie head and run for the hills, from which cometh his help. Larry calls the person on the phone and tells them to kill her. I really hate when grown-ass adults bring children in the middle of their nonsense and their foolishness. I don't feel like Mika had anything to do with that. It made absolutely no type of sense to me why Larry thought it would be a good idea to kidnap this man's daughter. But at the same time, I keep telling y'all, karma don't always come to y'all. It fall on y'all kids. I keep telling y'all that. And Esperanza, the same thing has to go to you. Because you constantly ran out here and picked the wrong type of dudes, these thugs, these gangsters, and everything else in between. And, you know, you share a little bit of the blame in this too. And I hate to say that, because I'm not sitting here saying that, you know, she owed these people money and that's why it happened. No. But, you know, I just feel like both of them are to blame for what happened. I'm just going to be honest. More of Eddie than Esperanza, most definitely. But, you know, SC, you can't escape your share of the blame either. That's just how I feel about it, and I don't want no arguments from none of y'all about it. So Kelly comes out and talks to Terrell while he was out there on the couch sleep. She apologizes for being mean to him while he was away, saying that he took the fall for her, and asks for his forgiveness. He lets her know that he does forgive her, but he did what he wanted to do. Basically, he did that so that she could be out to raise justice. She says that she might sleep with him if he gets tested. He pulls out some papers showing his status, and she also shows him hers. Now, Kelly, you hot in the ass, and it's confusing. Because in the previous episode, you were so hot, you were so upset, you was pissed, and you was locking your door. This episode, you come out in a nasty piece of a pink silk robe, talk about if you get tested, I'll lay a lower spread of wide. And don't get me wrong, I'm not mad at it. That's your baby daddy. You know what I'm saying? You got all rights to hunch on your baby daddy. But all I'm saying is, it's just the mixed signals that I'm not here for. You know what I'm saying? But see, Terrell loves you. Terrell loves you now. He could care less about the mixed signals. He honestly wants you back and to live this happy little life with you, him, and justice. But the thing that's stopping that is justice. And, you know, it's going to take a very long time for justice to get used to you, let alone, you know, you sitting here laying alone and spreading the wire for him. Like I said, I'm not mad at it. Listen, I keep telling y'all, if Terrell ain't in the nasty piece of Xtube, Tube8, X-Hamster, Porn MD, X Videos, Gay Black Twitter, Gay Tumblr, OnlyFans, Just for Fans, Adult Space, BGC, something like that, where he's showing his body and showing what his mama gave down to the middle, showing the twig and the berries. You know, I really have no use for him. And I'm just going to be completely honest with you. You know, it ain't no shade. It ain't no shade. But, you know, anyway. Alex tells the guy that, you know, paid 4 stacks for her that she had to go to the bathroom. She calls Brad, but him and Marcy too busy having sex, forcing each other to be together, and then she has to call in and ask for help. Brad and Marcy have sex in the window and calls Randall for him to see it. Some people may call that childish, petty, immature, but me, I consider it, that's what you get. Like, Randall has made it his business to terrorize each and every last person that is on that street. Half of the people that he terrorized did absolutely nothing to him, including his wife. So to see him get that retribution back, I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it at all. You was dicking down this man's wife down to your shed. So as far as I'm concerned, you seeing them having sex in the window, I mean, it is what it is. Is it trifling? All depends on who you ask. Because if it was me, girl, I'd have did more than that. I'd had the window open and I'd have been loud as a mug. But see, that's just me. Anyway, Johnny goes to the bathroom and sees Alex passed out. And he wakes her up. Alex keeps telling her that she doesn't want to be with that man. She doesn't want to do that. That's not what she came here for. And then Johnny says that he's a pimp. And he makes her take a pill. And said that she ain't nothing but a heifer. He tried to get her to leave. He tried to get her to go home. But she didn't want to do it. So now she's paid for. Signed, sealed, delivered. And you're his. Oh, yeah. But then Ian shows up with his black stallion, honey. Ian shows up on the wings of a black stallion and comes there to save Alex' old cracked out ass. Shout out to you, Ian. Ian, you's a good person. You's a real good person, Ian. Shout out to you. Bennett goes to the hospital to see Tanya, and she's still half crazy out of her mind. And she tells him in so many words that Randall came there basically threatening to take him away from her, take him to jail for destroying his house. And she started, you know, being deranged in the head. And he switched her medications, and he gave her the medication that is making her go completely ballistic and insane in the membrane right now. The doctor comes in and tells him that he called the cops because of the prescription that was given to her. It wasn't prescribed to her, and he called the cops. Now, in real life, it wouldn't be as bad. They would ask questions before they called the cops, but this is a Tyler Perry program, and this is just what we have to deal with. Rick shows up and he lets him know what happened. Shout out to Rick. Natalie goes to see Esperanza, and Essie is all in her feelings. She's like, girl, if anything happened to my daughter, that's my only baby. That's my only kid. That'll be the end of me. And I feel completely horrible for Esperanza, but I still feel like she has to take a share of the blame for the situations and the issues that took place because of the type of men that she chose. And I have to be completely honest with you. You know, in the beginning, they made it seem as if she was more interested in the men than she was in her daughter. Don't get me wrong. She took great care of her daughter. They was living in a really nice neighborhood, really nice house, pillars, high ceilings. She went to one of the best schools because, baby, she had to wear a nasty piece, a Catholic schoolgirl outfit. So we know that they gave her the best that they possibly could. But sometimes your best just isn't enough. Hint to the wise. Hint to the wise. But Natalie calls Lucian to get the FBI involved, and he does that. So Eddie shows up to Lucian's house telling him what happened, and then Ian comes home, and then Eddie sees Ian, and then he rushes Ian, punches him in the face, and then Ian gets the better of Eddie, and I was all here for it. Like, my whole thing is, even though Ian and Larry work together, they don't work together no more. And I believe Ian when he says, listen, I have no idea of what Larry has going on. Me and Larry ain't cool. That bitch got me fired. Whatever Larry got going on between Eddie and Mika and the people that Eddie... And that's the thing. Eddie wants to blame everybody else for what he caused in his life. Eddie, you caused this to happen. And God forbid anything happens to Mika, their blood will be on your hands. See, you can't do wrong to people and then tell them how mad to get. That came from my big sis, Funky Dineva, and she was absolutely correct. And you can't do wrong to somebody and then try to dictate how it is they get back at you. Was Larry wrong for taking your daughter? Absolutely. But you was wrong for taking all of that man money the way that you did. See how quick karma came back? And nobody feels sorry for you, Eddie. People have more sympathy for Esperanza and Mika than they ever will have for you. You crying out to everybody, crying real tears, but nobody cares. Nobody can have that empathy and that sympathy for you. They can't have it because you fucked so many people over since season 1 for no reason. The karma doesn't always come back to you. It comes back to your kids. Shout out to Tyler for putting that out there. So Ian takes Alex home. Brad and Marcy have a small argument about what to do with her. And then as Marcy was leaving, Randall came out there and grabbed her up and took her in the house. And baby, they got into a nasty piece of sparring section. And then it ended with her tearing his ass up with a tire iron. Now, I don't know if that's their way of killing Randall off. Bitch, it might be because next week is the series finale. Hopefully it's 2 hours so we can at least end every last single piece and tie up every last single loose end, which is why I really hope it is not the series finale. I hope it's like the series mid finale, and then we have other episodes that are left to really tie up all of the loose ends. But this is Tyler, and you know, we all know how she do, honey. She's so vain. She don't want nobody else being writers and this, that, and this. But listen, Randall been taking L's since season 1. Okay, he got his ass towed out the frame by Eddie. He kept getting his ass towed out the frame by Brad. He got his ass towed out the frame by Bennett. And now he done got his ass towed out the frame by Marcy. And what's sad is he keep messing with people as if he can really fight and handle himself in case shit gets real. It's hard for me to feel bad for him even if they did kill him off, because you messed up your marriage. You messed up somebody else's marriage. You keep bothering people, making people's lives completely miserable. And why? Because misery loves company. Not only does it love it, it demands it. He's miserable, so everybody else has to be miserable. But you brought that misery onto yourself. And if you're pushing up daisies, bravo, and the Dead Award goes to Marcy. That's all I got. I ain't got no more to give you. Y'all drop down in the comments. Y'all let me know what y'all thought about well, last night, because it's 1 in the morning, so it's technically y'all know. It's technically Tuesday. I mean, it's technically Wednesday, but still, just because I gotta say it. Shout out to all of those that are involved. Y'all had a good run. It was stagnant. It was slow from the 3rd season on to down to the 4th season. But y'all did it. Congratulations. Yeah, and that's really all I got for Loving You Was Wrong. And I'm going to let y'all later. Bye.
I just woke up and I rolled up. I just woke up and I rolled up. And I got my plane ticket. That push that be my starter kit. I just woke up and I rolled up.